Delco Dan's Dirty Golf Picks.
Welcome to Delco Dan's Dirty Golf Picks. Big one this week. As always, we're brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinking Bros doubles your first deposits all the way up to $1,000. Bet with us or against us. We've had a pretty goddamn good year here, and we were dancing last weekend. We were dancing. We were close.
Keegan finished top 10.
Sure did. Scheffler finished top 10. I'm always plus Scheffler.
Wow.
3 plus Scheffler is my rule.
It's brave of you to take the...
It's not that it's brave. It's just
rotating
that it's
world number
smart.
1.
He's always going to be 10-1 every week. It's just that it's smart. That's all. John Rahm's number 1 in the world. You can set your watch to this probably for the rest of the year. It's John Rahm will be favorite. Rory will be second, or you can probably switch those two.
And Scheffler, it's a carousel.
Yes, yes. I have not seen Scheffler at 1. And Rahm's odds are disgusting, but Scheffler's come in at 10-1 or higher in every single tournament, including this one. Mm-hmm. How did you feel about last week's?
A little disappointed in my guys. Keegan shot an atrocious round, I believe, Saturday.
Boy, that was terrible. I texted
It was either
you.
Friday or Saturday.
Saturday. I was just like, what's happening here?
It was also Friday, too, where he started out, I think, 5 over, and then for the round, and then eventually got it back. Hard course, Bay Hill. Not necessarily a good course, but a hard course.
He was there. He was like 4 or 5 under, and then it just fucking imploded for him. And that was the one golfer you and I shared in common, I think, last week that we both picked.
Sung Jae, meh.
Where'd he end up?
It's top 20, maybe 21st or something.
Okay.
Finished like 3 under. And then, Danny Willett was like in the 40s or something.
Gotcha.
Made the cut, though.
Well, he made the cut.
And then I had Max Homa, boat raced.
Uh-huh.
Colin Morikawa in a matchup.
Yeah.
So that was a winner. So we didn't make money because then Sung Jae lost to Jason Day. So.
I lost. I only pick winners, so I lost.
But we didn't lose all of the money,
I did. You didn't, I think.
Yeah. Just because of Max. Thanks to Max.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
That's why we do these matchups sometimes.
It is. And look, a lot of people are going to these matchups because a lot of sites, MyBookie included, are skirting away from top 10s, top 20s. I think guys like us and some other shows out there that are picking these, I mean, look, if we would have gone top 20s these last few weeks, we would have made a fuck ton of money.
I know. I'll be real. It's rattling me.
Well, look.
It's upset the formula.
Vegas always wants their fucking odds, right?
We got to readjust,
they must have
right?
looked at the numbers, yes.
Gambling right now is like Google.
Sure is.
It's SEO, and I got to figure out the next step because it's really fucking up my mental game right now.
I know, man. Look, the same thing happened to me in football. Last year, the year before with the NFL, the lines just got so tight. I was like, Jesus Christ, I've got to recalibrate and figure out another strategy here.
Because the reason I go with some of these long shots is because I know I can just make that money back. It's just kind of like a free ticket.
Right. And I
now
understand that.
Now I'm just throwing it away.
Yeah.
And then I'm getting to Saturday and Sunday. I'm taking live lines on golf, and it's not going well. I took
That's
Jordan.
What they want.
I took Jordan at like 4-1 when he got to 9 under, and then just he missed like 4 5-foot putts on Sunday. He should have won that tournament.
Yeah.
The fact that Kirk Kitayama won.
Spieth has been playing really well. He just can't win. Like, for some reason, I don't really know what it is, but he's been playing well and he looks good. Kirk Kitayama, who is this guy and how is he able to hold on? Because you and I were joking about it, I think, Friday after the shows, that I said, hey, dude, will this guy hang on and win? You were like, no.
He's been playing some good golf this last year.
But what you
he's
said
been around
to me,
the rim, too.
What you said to me was, I can promise you he's not going to be there on Sunday, so we're good. And I felt confident about that.
Well, I felt really confident when he made a 7 on 9. When he tripled 9. But he went from 11 under to 8 under. He's only 1 back, so had the worst hole maybe of his professional life, and was still only 1 back. Held on, made a bunch of pars, then birdied 17. It was a big dick shot on 17.
Yeah.
Then he made the putt, won the tournament.
Yeah.
He was referred to as the project at UNLV because they didn't think he was very good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So for me personally, I texted you this because I was heading into a movie with my child. I'm okay with an outright loss altogether, where I'm just like, if somebody won it fair and square, I don't really care. It was just we didn't pick it, and so I was okay with that. I wouldn't have been okay if he would have tied with Scheffler and then Scheffler missed that putt on 18 to go down by 1 and then would have fucked me because he didn't play in the playoffs. Then I would have been pissed off about it, but I'm okay when somebody comes out of nowhere and just wins outright. I'm okay with taking losses like that. There's nothing you can do.
It was great for the PGA because this was an elevated event, which is going to be, top 70 or whatever the number is that they come to next year, moving forward. So you can play your way into this tournament, kind of like Kurt did, because he was kind of a fringe guy for a while. He's been all around the world playing different tours. Gets on the PGA Tour, finally starts playing some good golf. Shows that the PGA is a meritocracy where you can actually, just play better.
Yep.
Play better, you'll get into these big money events, and you actually can win the event and make all the money.
And speaking of big money event, this is certainly one this weekend. I think it's $45 million. Is that what it is for the total purse?
Man, I don't know. It keeps going up.
It's crazy.
It's the players,
But it should be. And I know you hate LIV and all that stuff, but LIV forced them to do this. And you're seeing the best of the best. This is what I've enjoyed about the PGA this year so far. We've seen most of the great players almost every single week, minus that one, what was it, the Honda Classic, where they sat out?
Chris Kirk, yeah. But, that's just what's going to happen, right, with these elevated events, these big money events. There's going to be lesser events, but that's going to be good for the guys that are, these kind of journeyman players that, the competition's not going to be as good.
Right.
B, you can make money by winning those tournaments and move up into these elevated events by winning those events and work your way up the world golf rankings. I think it's the whole shift the PGA Tour has done is beneficial for everybody on the PGA Tour, even though a lot of these lower end guys like James Hahn and stuff think it's stupid and it's fucking them. But it's like, dude, just play better.
Just win.
Play better.
That's it. Just win. Yes. I say the same thing years on this show. Fucking win. If you want the money, it's right there. You just have to be better than the other person.
And you're right. LIV did force them to up the purses, change the dynamic of how the tour operates, because they wouldn't have. If it didn't happen, they would have been very slow to change. They would have been very slow to do anything, really. So it kind of forced their hand. But the fact that LIV is just a lot of these guys shouldn't even be professional golfers, like a Chase Koepka and stuff.
Right.
They get paid to participate. So it's a different thing, right?
But you shouldn't care. And if you're a fan of the PGA, you shouldn't care because we're seeing the best of the best. And going over last night's list, I texted you, it's the same bangers, dude, as the last few weeks where you're just like, holy shit, who's going to win this? We're definitely going to see the best golf. It is forcing my strategy in a different direction. Because I'm looking at an overall group of guys that we're now finally seeing week to week, where, let's say in the past years with the PGA when they weren't paying these kind of payouts, some of these guys would take, 3 tournaments off, 5 tournaments off, and then you'd see them again. You're not really seeing that right now because there's so much money involved. And I personally, as a fan, love it because you are seeing the best of the best. Now, who's the guy you just mentioned? The guy who doesn't like it?
James Hahn.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're James Hahn out there, you should be grateful that you have the opportunity to win this kind of money where that didn't exist last year.
And you play these lower end events. You can't get into the big boy events. Just, play better in those.
That's it.
That's all you got to do.
That's all you got to do. Yeah. So
that's just professional sports too.
Yes, dude. Yes.
You don't just deserve a spot on the PGA Tour. You have to work your way up and be one of the best players in the world. You can't just be middling or mediocre and just think you deserve the money.
I agree. And look, you want to win more money, play better. That's fucking sports.
Because you bring zero value to the tour.
None, unless you're winning.
Yeah. But even then, a lot of these guys bring zero value.
Yeah. I mean, but if they're fun and they're winning and you can get behind them and you start to know their names and everything, which is what this has forced the PGA into. And I like it because all of these guys at the top of the standings here are the odds-wise, we know all of them, and it makes it more competitive and more fun on a week-to-week basis. So I enjoy it, and I don't care whatever LIV does in the future or anything else, but it did force the PGA into getting the best of the best to play, and they're getting more money. And when there is $4 million, because I think the winner gets $4.5 million in this tournament.
Okay.
When there's $4.5 million on the line, You tell me more people aren't going to tune in to 18 if two guys are tied and somebody blows a putt and loses $4.5 million? It's pretty fucking cool. And the pressure is only going to get bigger and bigger on these guys to make those putts. Because one missed putt, congratulations, you lost $2.5 million. That's pretty rad. So I'm amped about that. Real quick, before we get to this week's picks, we are brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinking Bros doubles your first deposit all the way up to $1,000. All the odds we are reading today, including the matchups and first round leaders and the winners and all that stuff, are the odds from MyBookie.com. Again, they will double that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. So if you put $1,000 in, you get $1,000 back. You put $200 in, you get $200 back. You understand the deal. Now, before we jump into this, I want to talk about a story that just broke maybe an hour ago that I was unbelievably right on, just because of the look in her eyes. Tiger Woods' girlfriend of the last 6 years has filed a motion with the court to break the NDA of dating Tiger Woods and talking and discussing about anything involving Tiger Woods. The only way out of one of these is to claim sexual harassment or sexual assault. So I'm curious to see as to where this goes. There was always a crazy look in this girl's fucking eyes, dude, from day one. Yeah. Well, the accusation hasn't been lobbed yet. So what is she asking for exactly of what it's like dating Tiger, a book deal, something like that?
Sure, it's not fun.
No, dude.
That'd be terrible. Like, going anywhere would be a problem.
It would, but I mean, most of these country clubs, there's a back door, and you can go in and eat and do whatever you want.
I guess, but go out in the world, I guess, not the country club.
Miserable. It'd be miserable.
Right.
But they live on a secluded island in Jupiter. Like, who fucking knows what goes on back there? Sexually, we know he's a little fucking deviant.
A little bit of a deviant, yeah.
Yeah, and I like that. And she looked like she was game for anything. And it was just those eyes, dude. As soon as you saw her open those eyes, you were like, oh, that girl's fucking crazy, dude. There's no way this is going to end up good. And it hasn't. So stay tuned for that. Now, on to the players. Who you got this week?
A guy that has been playing some of the best golf in the world.
Hang on. Breaking news. James Hahn was a no-show, and Rory McIlroy just called him out for it in a press conference right now after criticizing the tour. The exact statement you just made.
Yeah, because James Hahn keeps doing this, and he keeps flirting with Liv, but Liv won't pay him to come over to play. So it's like, if your like significant other tried to cheat on you, but like got denied at the bar, and you saw it happen right in front of your face, that's what James Hahn is.
Rory's exact quote moments ago was, like, you say all this shit and you're not even in the meeting. If you want to get informed and be a part of the process, the fact that he wasn't even in the room was a slap in the face to everyone there. So he doesn't give a shit. Rory doesn't give a shit. I like that Rory's taking over too. I just want him to see him win a major or the fifth one. Who you got?
We're going with a guy, big name. Former world number one.
Okay.
Hasn't won in 5 years.
Okay.
But has been playing some of the best golf in the world.
I think I know who. I think I know who this is. God.
Talking about Jason Day.
Yeah.
25-1.
I was close. I was this close last night
to pull trigger on.
I
it.
didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
He's due. He's going to win this year.
He is. I picked him at the end of last year for one of the events right after his mom passed away. And he didn't really play that well in that. He's been playing good golf this year, hasn't won anything yet. You think this is the one he breaks through at? Because he has won here.
I think this is where he breaks through, yeah.
Okay.
I think this is kind of he's 35, I believe. He's gotten himself back into shape. He no longer has the injuries, striping the shit out of the ball. Statistically, he's playing really well, putting really well. I think one of these weeks he's just going to put it all together and win. So I'm going to go heavy on Jason Day.
Okay.
Then I'm going to go Shane Lowry.
Okay.
44-1 to win the tournament. Same thing. He's starting to hit his stride. He's starting to play really good golf. Then we're going with a guy who's won this tournament before as well. But very long odds.
All right. What do we got?
Guy that's kind of been lost. Kind of been in the wilderness.
Uh-huh.
But a guy that ran away with this tournament when I went in 2018.
Okay.
Webb Simpson.
Wow.
140 to 1.
My God, man. That is, whew. I feel like I just had some smelling salts here. Like my eyes are open and my nose is open after that pick. Webb Simpson, huh?
At 140 to 1.
Shit.
Just for the value.
I haven't heard of Webb Simpson in forever.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
He's been hurt.
It's been a while.
But he's battling back. And again, when I went in 2018, just boat raced the field.
Yeah.
He destroyed this course.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How is it in real life? Is it fun?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah. It looks
Ponte Vedra.
beautiful on
It was
TV.
one of the best trips I ever had at Grand X
Yeah.
because they got us like a house right on the beach. The PGA Tour did.
Ah, shit.
We were there for a week.
Yeah.
We got to interview a bunch of guys like Bryson and, you know, a lot of like the newer guys there at the time in 2018. And it was a ball. I mean, Blake Bortles came to the house.
No
Threw the
shit.
football around. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
No,
That's dope.
Yeah.
It's a great story. It's a great story. All right. So my side always is 3+ Scheffler. That's my rule for the year.
Oh, I have one more pick.
3+ Scheffler. Oh, go ahead.
First round leader.
Oh, shit. Go ahead. Yeah.
First round leader for this week. We're going to ride a hot hand from last week into this tournament.
Okay.
The man who probably should have won last week
Uh-huh.
because he had the most solid, stable last round of anybody in the field at the Arnold Palmer. Harris English. I'm going to ride that momentum. 80 to 1 first round leader.
Okay. I like it. I've never heard of him until last week. I'm going to be real with you.
I think he won twice last year.
I would love to lie to you and say, yeah, I know who Harold English is. I definitely don't.
Former Georgia Bulldog great.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Yeesh.
I mean, most of the tour is.
Has he been arrested this year too, or no?
Not yet.
The year's not over. We got a long way to go. All right, so mine is always the 3+ Scheffler here. It was such a stacked field. These picks aren't going to be sexy. These are guys that I've liked this year, but have not won this year, however. So obviously Scheffler is my safety net. He's always at 10 to 1. You can just fucking set your watch to that every single week. But I'm going to go with, let me see here. Pull up my numbers from last night. It was late. Max Homa, 20 to 1. Not sexy, but he's playing amazing, and he's super fucking close in all these goddamn tournaments. One of these times he's going to break through. He did for me last year. Obviously, I won with Max last year. Next up is going to be Xander Schauffele again. Xander has played great at 23 to 1. He's right there. He's dancing, dude. He's right around there. And then lastly, another guy that's been right in the mix this year is Victor Hovland at 26 to 1.
Never won on American soil.
No. And it's like, dude, every time you'll see him up on the leaderboard Saturday or Sunday, and then he'll disappear as Sunday goes on. I can't figure it out. I've bet on him 3 times last year, I think, and I didn't win any.
It's my favorite golfer in the world.
Is he really?
Yeah, Victor Hovland's awesome.
He's awesome, but he just can't fucking win. And
Because
I think
he has such a glaring weakness in his game.
Yeah.
It's his short game. His short game's so bad. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Like if he doesn't hit the green, he's like fucked.
Yeah.
Which is
gotta win
kind
one
of
of these things, dude.
He's one of the best golfers in the world, and he just has no touch around the greens. It's incredible.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm at a loss with him. I picked him 3 or 4 times last year, and I think last year the most devastating one was when he lost in that playoff. And I was like, fuck you, dude.
I mean, the most devastating had to be when he was very much in the mix for the British Open.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude. And he fucking beefed that, too.
He did.
So I'm going to go with you, Victor Hovland. If you don't win this week, though, I'm going to have to give up on him for a while, I think.
Between him and I was also flirting with Tommy Fleetwood this week at 70 to 1. But again, 2 guys that have never won on the mainland.
Yeah. So that's my first round leader again. I went with him last week. I'm going with this week. I'm going
with Tommy.
I'm going with Tommy Fleetwood as my first round leader. Same thing, man. He's played well, and then he'll just disappear. It's usually Sunday morning where you're like, what happened to you? And you start scrolling through your phone down the leaderboard, and you're like, oh, maybe I spelled it wrong, or maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong, or no. Oh, he shot 5 + 5 on the last hole. Great. So that's kind of what it is for these guys. Hopefully they'll come through this week. But I'm trying to go with the hot hands because in such stacked fields like this, I don't think one of these lesser-known guys can break out and win by 3 or 4 strokes. I think it will be tights, and most of these guys will be in the mix on Sunday. And let's face it, for me, as long as my guys are on the leaderboard and I can at least sniff it, then I have something to live for on Sundays. Yeah. Otherwise, if they're not, it fucks up my Sunday.
Did you see former defending champion Cam Smith might be in the Gem Pop for the week?
I read that. Is that true that he could be following there?
He talked about it.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would he do it?
He lives there.
Oh, he does.
Yeah. He lives right down the street.
If he just walked out in his backyard, because I'm sure he's on a hole, right?
He's right on a lake.
Or it might be Oceanside.
Or Ocean, because he's a big fisherman. Yeah.
He's probably Oceanside. But if he just rolled over in like thongs, and just like.
I wonder if he gets stopped at the gate. Like I won this last year.
Hey guys, it's me. Yeah. We know.
Very recognizable. Yeah.
We know who you are.
Sticks out a little bit.
A little bit. We know who you are. Cool. I won it last year. You mind if I pop in? Can I see your passes, sir? Like, does he buy tickets off of drinkingbrostickets.com? What does he do there exactly?
I don't even. Do they have like a champions dinner, like the Masters, where he just doesn't get invited?
I think so.
I don't know.
It's the strangest thing of all time. We'll see him at the Masters.
And because this is the PGA Tour's like baby. This is their biggest tournament of the year.
Yep.
Because obviously they don't have any connection to the majors. So this is their major. This is why they always push for the fifth major.
The fifth major, yeah.
So, I don't know if they're going to – they might just give him like Gen Pop tickets and he'd be like, yeah, you can buy these, I guess.
Well, he could go online and buy any tickets he wants.
Right.
But that would be so fucking funny, man. Or if you just saw him in a suite where you're like –
just some volunteers like, hold on.
It'd be great. He just shows up with his own trophy.
They have pictures of him like, do not let in.
Yeah, he's got his trophy, and it's just like, is this cool? Is this my ticket? Either way, it'll be fun. Again, tell the audience who your picks are this week.
All right, so we're going Jason Day, 25-1. Shane Lowry, 44-1. Webb Simpson, 140-1. And then first round leader, Harris English, 80-1.
Okay, cool. Perfect. And then once again, I'm going with Xander Schauffele, 23-1. Victor Hovland at 26-1. Max Homa at 20-1. And plus Scotty Scheffler is always 10-1 for me. I'm not going to risk it. No need to. He's always there on Sundays. This is a really fucking fun year so far, man. And I hope this continues. Looking forward to...
I would like to turn the direction I'm going with golf. I would like to 180 that.
As a gambler, I understand. But as a viewer and a fan of PGA golf,
Golf's been fun to watch, but
great year so
not
far.
Great for me.
Right. Not great gambling-wise, but viewership-wise and fan-wise, it has been a blast. Again, bet with us or against us on mybookie.com. Promo code Drinking Bros will double your first deposits all the way up to $1,000. For Delco Dan, I'm Ross Patterson. This is Delco Dan's Dirty Golf Picks. We'll see you at the links.